Mind your P's and Q's might sound like a reminder for good manners, but its roots are soaked in ale. Picture a 17th century pub, where bartenders tallied patrons' consumption of pints and quarts on a chalkboard. Keep those P's and Q's in check, or you might just find yourself with a hefty tab. While some argue it could hail from printing presses or French etiquette, the pub theory holds a charming resonance. Ever heard someone say, "Bob's your uncle," and wondered who Bob is? This quirky phrase emerged from nepotism when Arthur Balfour was appointed as Chief Secretary for Ireland in 1887 by his uncle, Prime Minister Robert Gascoigne Cecil. It's since evolved into a colloquialism for achieving success with ease. When it's raining cats and dogs, don't expect a pet shower. This vivid expression may date back to the 17th century, when animals could tumble through thatched roofs during storms. Norse mythology also plays a part, with cats symbolizing heavy rain and dogs, wind. Whichever theory you fancy, it's a phrase that perfectly captures the chaos of a downpour. To let the cat out of the bag is more about market trickery than feline escape artists. In the 18th century, deceitful farmers might sell a bagged cat as a pig. If a buyer peeked inside, the scam was revealed. Today, it's all about divulging secrets, with no animals harmed in the process. Horse racing enthusiasts, take note. Straight from the horse's mouth is your go-to for authenticity. Buyers would gauge a horse's age and health by its teeth, making the horse's mouth the ultimate source of truth. It's a phrase that's galloped into our everyday language. The bee's knees buzzed into the lexicon during the 1920s, part of a craze for nonsensical rhymes. It's a whimsical way to hail something as the pinnacle of excellence, joining the ranks of the cat's whiskers and the cat's pajamas in the annals of animal-inspired acclaim. Kick the bucket is a rather grim idiom with a possible link to the slaughterhouse. Picture an animal tied to a beam or bucket, thrashing in its final moments. It's a stark metaphor for death that somehow found a place in our everyday speech. If something costs an arm and a leg, it's painfully expensive. This expression likely took hold during World War II in the United States, symbolizing the steep price of goods and services, as well as the sacrifices made during that era. Saved by the Bell isn't just a 90s sitcom. It's a lifeline in the boxing ring. A boxer on the brink of defeat could be rescued by the bell that marks the round's end. Now, it's a universal cry for relief when the clock stops on impending doom. Feeling under the weather? Sailors of yore would empathize. Ill crew members were sent below deck, shielded from the elements. Alternatively, it might stem from under the weather bow, an Old English term for seasickness. Either way, it's a phrase that's navigated its way into our sympathy cards and sick days.